Rust VR is something we need. I know this isn't a rare opinion because when you Google Rust VR, you find countless people just like me asking, where's Rust VR? If you are one of these people that's gone down the rabbit hole, you've probably found this Discord, Epoch VR. This is a project promising to be a faithful adaptation of Rust to VR. It's already got a procedurally generated map, base building, and it's been dead for 2 years. It died before you could even buy it. So what's the current alternative? Well, for starters, single-player survival games are not the way to go. Not that they can't be fun, but they don't recreate the anxiety that Rust puts upon you. I just don't think playing against an AI in a survival game can ever give quite the same experience as playing against other people. Which is why, in my opinion, the best survival experience you can find in VR right now is in Pavlov custom modes. There's a few different mods that emulate survival games, but none of them are quite as fleshed out as you'd want them to be. The most popular of them is PavZ, the DayZ clone, but personally it's my least favorite of all of them. Not that they're very different from each other, but they all have minor differences. PavZ takes place in a huge open desert where you can search buildings for weapons and find vehicles. And unlike the other modes, it actually has AI zombies, which are equally as dumb as actual DayZ zombies. Survival Island is extremely similar to PavZ, minus the zombies. It's a large open map with multiple cities and locations, and I think it's much more interesting than PavZ's map, honestly. It doesn't work on every server, but there's also random loot drops that can spawn across Survival Island. I do like the looting system of PavZ a lot more than Survival Islands, though. Now, the last mod I'm going to talk about is Wasteland. Now, it makes me sad to say that Wasteland is probably the least popular out of all of these. Not only does Wasteland have multiple maps, but it is the only one of these that actually has an objective. Wasteland is often referred to as Tarkov because you can actually escape with your loot, as opposed to the other two maps I talked about where you just kind of run around aimlessly killing people until you die. And though just escaping with your weapons isn't quite what Rust has with base building and raiding and all that, it's at least something. Escaping a keycard bunker with a bunch of good gear and then trying to survive until extraction is the exact same feeling that you get in Rust when you're running home with a bunch of good gear on you. And even though it seems like the maps for Wasteland are somewhat shittier than PavZ and Survival Island, I'm still really sad that I can never find a good server to play it on because I really want to try to escape with some loot. That being said, I hope a developer realizes the demand for this kind of game is there and that they can put out a product that's better than these Pavlov mods. If you think I'm forgetting a game that's similar to Rust, please leave a comment and let me know. I would love to try it. I'm going to go pass out now. Good night.